perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Yeah, we were just talking about, there's so many important issues in the world, and we were just discussing my shirt as being one of them. I wasn't so sure about this shirt because I think it's a shade of orange, aka orange. But I got it for Faja's Day. My wife bought it for me because it's part of the Craig collection.
Oh gosh.
Hey.
That's a Craig from Southern Charm shirt?
Yeah.
I can't stand Craig. And I haven't liked that dude for a decade. I can't stand him.
He was just in the big mall at Charlotte promoting his stuff, and
Yeah.
I thought, I bet Jody's going to that.
No, she's already met him. She met him in his store in Charleston, and she's met him in there twice. Yeah, so
Love that.
she goes, I know you don't usually wear orange, but that's the only color they had in your size.
Oh,
Meaning, because they didn't have any of Craig's sizes.
Well,
he's a lot smaller.
A lot smaller, and not, I wouldn't say it in a good way, per se.
That's crazy. Well, it's a nice color, despite it being made by Craig.
Sewing down south.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he? You think he's still in town? No, that was a couple days ago. He was here.
Yeah.
Because
I think he's gone.
we have a friend that does a local TV talk show, and he was on there with her. I saw she posted on social medias that that they were a couple now or something like that. She was
great.
Joking around. But you know who really loves him more than my wife does is my daughter.
Oh,
Lainey loves him.
Yeah.
And does he have some kind of a connection to Nashville where Lainey lives? Is it, or his girlfriend lived in Nashville or something?
His last girlfriend, I think, lived in Nashville. They were living out there, but the way he treated Naomi back in season 2 of Southern Charm.
I'm still bitter about it.
I'm
still mad.
stewing about it. This
It's
guy.
like a decade ago. I'm like,
And that's the thing. I don't know. I've never seen any of those shows, so I don't know.
And that's why
what it
Lainey
is.
doesn't know, because she discovered Jersey Shore long after its initial run. So her perception of these reality shows is way different than mine was. But yeah, so she probably watched Southern Charm later on.
yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, probably so.
I think so.
But she did go back when she started watching Jersey Shore. She watched the whole. She's probably seen the whole series several times now. Which I was disappointed in. She liked that.
Well, it is dramatic. It's exciting.
Oh, Lindsay, there's something else in the news today about one of yours and Jody's reality shows you love, but we got to do the in case you missed it replay first, so we'll get to that a little bit later on in the hour. But yesterday on the show, we had a story of an embarrassing situation for a lady who was traveling through the airports, and then it just ended up being gross in personal stories and things like that. But it's the in case you missed a replay for today, coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage. TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
People ask me all the time, what do you love about R. Gregory Jewelers? Well, I'm going to tell you, R. Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville is a family-run company. So they find you the best deals at the best prices with the friendliest service. You're not in an awkward situation where someone's like a pushy sales associate. They don't do any of that. And they really want to help you find the diamond or the jewelry or the watch of your dreams. So check out R. Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville today. R. Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
The TJ and Riggins Show stream is sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, North Carolina. They're family owned and operated, and they speak diamond. Find something beautiful at tjriggins.com/diamond.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
TJ, a man was arrested in Louisiana.
What? Just now? I bet a bunch of them were.
Yeah, a man was arrested, and he was arrested for stealing 135 bags of crawfish.
Oh,
And the details about the arrest and the case itself are kind of vague, but they said he committed to paying for these 135 bags from a crawfish provider and just never paid the bill. And they said this actually happened in 2024, and the value at the time for 135 bags of crawfish was $8,800.
yeah.
And he just never paid the bill. So it's unclear if he was. Would you steal 135 bags for personal use?
No.
Right. He's
No.
like, what does he do? Is that a thing in Louisiana, like stealing bags of crawfish?
I've never heard of that. No, but I'm sure. I mean, any kind of crime is a thing in Louisiana. I mean, they're inventing them every day, you know.
New crimes all the time.
But I can't see. I mean, he would have to be feeding, you know, like that crawfish festival thing we used to go to in Birmingham. It was a 3-day event.
Yeah.
I mean, 135 bags.
Yeah. What do
It would be less than what you would do for a 3-day event. Yeah, but still,
you
it's
think?
a lot.
Is there a black market for crawfish that you know of? I mean, or like people buying them?
He probably went to his family and unloaded those. Really? It's like driving through South Louisiana, go to Mama's and Papa's.
Yeah.
You know, he's got his cousins over there. I'll sell you a bag of crawfish, $20. Here you go, live, fresh.
Really?
Yeah.
Just on the discount,
Yeah.
like a heavy discount.
Yeah.
Well, he's been charged with the theft of livestock in.
Yeah, because he's from a farm.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a shot.
Okay.
In Point Coupee Parish? Point Coupee?
Point Coopy.
Point Coupee? Pointe. Coupee. Point Coupee?
I'm guessing that's Point Coupe.
Point Coupee.
I like Coopy better.
Or just maybe Point Coup.
Point Coup. Okay. I knew there was going to be some sort of French pronunciation on that. But he's a 54-year-old guy. His name is Ricky Haspert.
Ricky.
Ricky. And it's unclear if he has any other, criminal history besides this massive theft of crawfish.
I mean, maybe that was
confident,
just an impulse. You know, he never committed no crimes before, but he seen them crawfish and he knew he didn't have the money, but his mouth was watering. He's like, I ain't had no good crawfish all season.
When you're sitting on 135 bags of stolen crawfish, do you have to move them pretty quickly? Or
Yeah,
can you
because
put
they're
'em in
live, yeah.
You can't put them in the freezer and just sell them. Not really.
Well, you can, but they're not going to be the way you want them.
You want them live.
Yeah.
That's a different level of theft. I mean, you're dealing with a
Yeah, you
live
got to unload
thing.
them fast. That's what I'm saying. He probably just went straight to friends and family, and gave them that discount.
What does your car smell like when you've got 135 bags? Like in the Louisiana summer heat?
I'm guessing he was in his truck.
Yeah. Threw it in the bed
And
of
he
the
probably
pickup.
had them, covered up or, in different big ice chests and stuff.
Yeah, that actually makes more sense.
But probably not because they're live. You don't want to freeze them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I knew you'd have the information that I was looking for.
How to steal crawfish.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Make your company part of the new radio explosion. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
All right, Lindsay. The big news. Dancing with the Stars will have 2 of their stars in the next season who will be from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
No.
And everybody is saying ABC is really pushing the word stars here. I mean, are they
Well.
stars? But I mean, they've had people who were less popular than that,
Yeah.
reality stars and stuff.
They're somewhat starry,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm excited. I'm actually going to watch it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do you usually watch Dancing with the Stars?
I used to, and And then it kind of slipped off for me, but now I think I'm back.
Yeah. Jody
Who
watches
is it? Does it say who it is?
Yeah, it does. Hold on. Let me get back to that screen.
Taylor, maybe.
It is Jen
Taylor.
Affleck and Whitney Levitt.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting combo, but I like it.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't afford that other one.
Yeah, the main main girl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love it.
They've got to be on like season 50 of that show by now. I mean, it's been on forever, and they have done a ton of those.
You know what I don't understand? I get that you like dancing and all that stuff, and especially women love that type of dancing and all. But I don't understand how anybody could sit through, what's his name, Alfonso Ribeiro, for that long. I mean, seriously,
Easy.
he's so fake acting. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And we interviewed him one time, and he wasn't that, that bubbly and sweet when we interviewed him. He was different. And it's just that, because it's, I don't know, it is cheesy. It's cringy. Now, who's the woman host on there now? The co-host woman? Juliana Huff or whatever her name is.
Is that it? Yeah.
Reiki chick.
Yeah, she got the Reiki on her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I know. I love her brother. I love them. It's just in small doses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jody used to really, really love Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because so cute.
Yeah.
He's just cute.
You remember she went and saw Dancing with the Stars when our friend's son was on there years ago, and she went 2 nights of Dancing with the Stars. His name was Hayes.
Yes.
Yeah, she and Jody, his mom and Jody are friends, and she went out there with her.
I forgot about that.
Wait, was that young guy, the young influencer type guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Cubby was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she have a good time watching that?
Loved it.
Film? Yeah.
Oh, loved it.
My mom's way into that show
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yeah.
Now, was that Hayes a part of the group I took Lainey to see?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. He and his brother were big influencers and all, and they're from Mooresville, North Carolina. Yeah, so family friends.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. That was the year Paula Deen was on it and Shaka Khan.
Okay, those are huge stars.
Yeah.
Paula Deen and Shaka Khan, big stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're kind of.
You think the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives aren't on Shaka Khan's level?
Come on now.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
I don't know if I've ever talked about how obsessed I am with Lily and Grace. I could live in this store. They have everything from bedding, rugs, pillows, gifts, vases, dishes, you name it. Not only that, Robin, the owner, will come to your house and help you design anything you want. She'll help you design your whole house if you just want some rugs, pillows. It's amazing. I was just mentioning the other day I needed a new foyer entry lighting, and she was like, I can get you that, girl. They do everything. It's phenomenal. Check out Lily and Grace in Langtree today.
The TJ and Jody's House podcast is sponsored by Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress, but you probably already knew that. Family owned and operated, they are simply the best with multiple locations, beautiful furniture, and luxurious mattresses. Visit them in person or online at tjriggins.com/mattress.
What is new radio? New radio is
Streaming everywhere.
listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Somebody is saying that Khloe Kardashian and then one of the Jenners, I don't remember which one, Kendall maybe, they weren't invited to the Bezos wedding, and their mom pulled some strings and talked people into getting them invited. So I guess Kim got invited, but they didn't get invited.
Yeah, I believe this. Totally.
Yeah. And that's like I was saying.
That's embarrassing.
Which one does Timothée Chalamet, which one is he with?
Kylie.
Kylie. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of the members of the family were, according to this source, don't think much of Timothée Chalamet because he seems a little snobby because he never wants to do anything with the family. And I said, well, there's probably a good reason for that because y'all are trashy.
Yeah.
Well,
He doesn't want to do trashy things. He is a snob.
He's a
His name's Timothée Chalamet.
exactly.
Yeah, y'all are trashy. He knows it. He's got his nose in the air. That's it. Case closed. Solve that
also-
mystery.
It's not a rumor.
Also, he doesn't like to be like around the paparazzi. I mean, that's been talked about. He just doesn't like the whole. You know.
Then you don't date Kylie Jenner.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't. I don't know. I can't
It's
buy
true
into
love,
that.
Riggins. It's true love.
Maybe it is, but you can't then complain about getting too much paparazzi attention if you're dating, one of the Kardashians. I don't think.
If you insist on eating gourmet meals, you don't go to Chick-fil-A
Right.
or
I
Chuck
think-
E. Cheese.
Yeah.
So yeah, he knows that they're
Yeah.
what they're all about and that they're trashy, and maybe he's trying to get that one separate her from the trashiness. Maybe he saw that she had potential,
That's it.
and that he could get her away and not have to deal with the crowds and the trashy.
Yeah.
Or is he trashy too? Because he just
Of course he is.
because they're all
He does have a little like
L.A. people.
stash.
Yeah.
He has like a weird stash.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not full.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, his name's Timothée Chalamet.
Yep.
He's a Hollywood person.
Yeah. He loves the attention. Let's not. Come on. I don't want the
Let's see,
attention. Your name's Timotei. You want some
He
attention.
did. He did a movie called Dune. I mean, that should say it all.
And then there's something else from the celebrity world that I love, which is odd for me to say. But, everybody was talking about Sydney Sweeney and Tom Brady talking it up at that wedding or whatever.
Yeah.
So they were, I guess they asked somebody in her camp, quote unquote, and that person said that Sydney is not prioritizing romance at this moment, at this point. She's not prioritizing romance at the moment. So listen, if you're single and you don't have a significant other, and somebody starts asking you, hey, are you dating anybody now? Just say it that way. Yeah, well, I'm not prioritizing romance at the moment.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Solid.
Uh-huh. So,
What can you say? You're like, oh, okay.
well, you say, no, I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not dating anybody. But when you say, I'm not prioritizing romance right now, that means that you're not seeing anybody and you're not trying to,
Yeah.
But
But can you imagine saying that to your friends in Louisiana when you're like 20 and they're like,
Yeah.
hey, you dating anybody? No, I'm not prioritizing romance at the moment. They're going to laugh you out of it.
they would love it.
TJ Riggins and Lindsay want to thank you for listening. Let's go! This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
New radio is your new marketing, advertising, and influencing dream option. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. The future of advertising is here. tjriggins.com/explosion.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
A lot of times when somebody is working the drive-through and they're trying to clown, it can be a little bit annoying, depending on what they're doing. But there's a guy that is working a Wendy's drive-through who always gives people some crazy facts about things when they come through. And I think he may be a little bit on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Which I think because of the way he can do all of this stuff, that's what leads me to believe it, because it's so smart. So the guy pulls up there and then is videoing him from the car as he's getting his order out of the Wendy's. Listen, this is amazing.
Hi, welcome. You had 2 kids' meals and the BLT crispy chicken and the JBC, both of those 4 for 4. It's going to be $16.99, please. $16.99 was the Battle of Namurs. It's going to be $3.01 coming back. That was England and France are getting into it. They called it King William's Wars. $16.99 is the first ever publication of a slang dictionary in the English language. Have a good meal time.
Does it come with a warranty?
Price comparison page. What do you expect? Pain or Manhattan, Northern California, more parts of Saskatchewan, and Vermont. Price participation may vary. All forward where prohibited. See your individual retailer for complete details. Offers not combined. Some sale prices not valid in Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, American Samoa, or Alabama. Thank you.
Wow. Now, he lives in Madison, Alabama. I used to live there.
Really?
It's
Oh,
a
that
little
was
town,
at the
yeah, outside of Huntsville.
Yeah, everybody knows him, I guess, there.
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't remember him.
You don't?
No. Since that was 30 years ago, I don't think I.
Yeah.
Instead of going to school, I should have just gone through the drive-thru every day because I actually paid attention to what he was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, and I tell you what, he wasn't jugling nothing neither. It was coming right out of his head.
The top comment said, "This is old school autism." Like,
This is some Rain Man stuff here.
old school. Yeah.
Love that.
Stupid.
This is so impressive.
And then this lady's philosophy is what mine always was when I was really into dieting and working out and all that stuff. This was the way I looked at things. So people would go, "How do you eat all that stuff?" You know, this was like this.
PSA, if you want to eat more vegetables and you don't really like vegetables, just eat them plain and just don't enjoy it. Don't work too hard. Don't try to bake them into something yummy. You're never going to do it. Just eat a bell pepper and be like, "God, I hate this bell pepper." And then you just swallow it. It's awesome.
Yeah, you just eat it and move on.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, you don't have to enjoy every little thing you put in your mouth.
it's true. Love that.
Tough, though.
It is tough.
Yeah.
But she's right. You try to make it into something delicious, and you're like, "Why am I doing this?" And then it's just okay, even when you
Right.
put in all that work.
Yeah.
Just eat it.
Yeah, that's the way I was when I was on that 6-week plan of that bodybuilder type thing, and I was only eating boiled chicken with no salt and salad with lemon juice. So it was a no sodium thing to rip the water out of my system.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I shouldn't even, try to season it with anything else, because if it can't have salt, it's just not going to taste worth anything.
Yeah.
And it was just like eating rubber. And then I'd move on, go to the next day.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God.
I love it. This is TJ and Riggins.
The TJ and Riggins Show is available to stream every weekday around 7 a.m. Eastern at tjriggins.com. Stream it on your phone, on your iPad, in your car, on your laptop at work, or even from your smart home devices. You might be saying, "Hey, Riggins, I can't listen live." Well, that's not a problem. Listen later as a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, or at tjriggins.com. The Week in Review, Group Therapy, the Extra Funny Podcast, the TJ and Jody's House Podcast, all of your favorites every day of the week. Listen live or listen later at tjriggins.com.
Hey, it's TJ, the #1 influencer for Cozy Earth. And, they're having a big thing going on now with summer deals up to 55% off. They say they made too much stuff. Other people say it's overstocked, but Cozy Earth's a little too classy to say that. That's right. So you still get that big 41% discount when you go to tjriggins.com/deals and then use the code TJ at checkout. Cozy Earth is fantastic. Check them out today and save.
Book your stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. That's where all of our guests stay because it's awesome. They've even got 2 spectacular restaurants on site. You're going to love your stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Book your stay today at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Earlier this week, we talked about Lululemon suing Costco over what they say is a copycat imitator product, that Kirkland Signature brand pants look very similar to a pair of $120 pair of pants that you can get from Lululemon. Well, it's backfired on Lululemon. The users on the internet are saying Lululemon is suing Costco for their Kirkland dupes. And all I read was They have Lulu dupes at Costco so good that the law is involved now.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems to be a lot of people's opinion. They're like, it's so good, they must be good.
And I'm gonna tell you, as much as Lululemon to me is overly hyped and all of that, and women want Lululemon, because it's just like the name brand, the designer. There are way, way, way more millennials that are loyal to Costco.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like Costco is part of their religion.
Yeah.
They just love it. Like millennials go around talking about Costco like they do having their morning coffee or adulting or things like that. Yeah.
Love it. Obsessed with it. Somebody else said, this is actually so funny. Lululemon is suing because they don't want everyone to realize their yoga pants should cost just $20. So I don't know. I can't speak for the quality of Lululemon, but
now I'm not going to sit here and say that I believe that they're just as good as the Lululemon. There's got to be something about them that's not as good. Because, I mean, that's usually the way it is with brand name things, designer things. It is good, it's better in certain ways. But if it's not a big enough way to make a difference to that big of a difference, then
just get them from Costco. Or do you have a lot of Lululemon stuff, Lindsay?
I don't have a ton. I have some. I do think it's overpriced, and I do like other brands better.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'll take the Costco ones.
Yeah, you love a dupe, right? Isn't that what you said last week?
Love a dupe. But here's the thing. When you're young, you want that name brand. Like in my 20s, early 30s, I was like, gotta have the Lou. Now I'm like, give me Costco.
Give me Costco pants.
Yeah, if you would have told me when I was young that I would ever wear a shirt from Costco or BJ's or somewhere like that, I'd say, you get out of here. You're crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely. So Lululemon in the news today. If you missed the news, the breaking news, BTS, the K-pop group, confirmed that they are coming back in the summer of 2026 with a new album and a world tour. Mm-hmm. It's a massive band, seven South Korean members.
They're all out of the military now. They did their service, and so now they can get back on the road like Elvis.
Like Elvis did. Exactly. Get back out there.
I love them. They had some bangers.
Yeah, they're huge. They're big all over the world. So would you go to a show?
I wouldn't go that far, but I would listen to it in the car.
Sure.
I guarantee you, there's no way you go to a concert and you can hear what they're saying or singing.
Because it's so loud.
Because the screaming would be so loud from the little girls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I always thought that's what it would have been like at a Taylor Swift show, too. The amount of screaming that you see in the crowd, you're like, that's got to just be wild. Yeah. But I know people loved that show when they went. So BTS in the news again. And today is National Eat Your Beans Day. So eat your beans.
I love them.
Do you love beans?
Beans. All kinds of beans.
Favorite bean, baked beans?
Refried.
Boy, you read my mind. That's what I'm talking about.
Then Barbecue Crew bake.
That was a sleeper hit. I love that. We got something fun, really, really fun coming up next.
Yeah! All right,
This
let's go.
is the TJ and Riggins Show. Subscribe to all the shows at tjriggins.com and never miss the latest episodes. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right, so this week is the 4th of July, Independence Day, some people call it.
Yeah.
It's very important. I love the 4th of July. Probably my top 3 favorite holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, Easter, 4th of July.
Yeah.
I just love it. But in preparation for Independence Day later this week, we have been doing something all week called the 1-Star Fireworks Stand Reviews. Now, if you don't know, every Friday I do something called the 1-Star Strip Club Reviews if you're a member of TJ Riggins Prime Plus. This is basically the same thing, except we're focusing on fireworks stands. These are real reviews from real fireworks stands across the country. We will start at Big Gorilla Fireworks in Slidell, Louisiana.
That's way down there in Louisiana.
I've heard good things about Slidell.
Have you?
Josh left a 1-star review. I am very disappointed in the products we purchased tonight. We spent $280, and probably a third of them things were either duds or malfunctioned. And let's just say they went in directions other than where they were supposed to. One even exploded on everyone, and they were all at least 3 feet away. Once it was definitely out, and we picked it up, the thing was still full of gunpowder, 1 star. So, a real mess down there in Slidell.
Yeah, what is going on with all? I mean, we've had nothing but stories like that in this week.
Yeah.
Is it that they're not getting them from China, where they're, those are the master fireworks makers in China?
Yeah. I know there's part of it when you buy a firework, there's a chance that it's a dud, or, but I don't know. We have had a lot of these complaints, though, and I want to know what he means when he says, and let's just say it went in directions other than where they were supposed to.
I'm guessing it fired back into their porch or something,
or somebody else's porch.
Like, we didn't do that on purpose. It was a malfunction.
Totally. And we'll go to Spartanburg, South Carolina, at a place called Poor Paul's. Alex left a 1-star review, short and to the point. Why does it say y'all are open, but it's never open? 1 star. So just really complaining about the...
Did they answer?
No.
Because they're not there.
They're probably not there.
Yeah.
Then we'll go to Tammany Parish, Louisiana.
Good, yeah.
I got that right. At a place
St.
called
Tammany.
May Brothers Fireworks. Mike left a 1-star review. I spent over $100 on 1 firework that never went off.
Oh my God!
I brought that crap back, and the idiot working there said there was nothing he could do. Okay, so if you live around Highway 433, steer clear from this place. They're cheap for a reason, and the reason is nothing works. Yeah, we got it.
God. $100 for one?
I don't know what a $100 firework looks like, but
you know what?
I'm picturing something big.
He sounds like he's just got plenty of money. He can just go and just throw $100 down on 1 bottle rocket or whatever it's called. I mean, come on. I mean, I bet you he's a real estate mogul or something like that in St. Tammany Parish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got it.
It's like, why is he even complaining?
What's it to me?
You got the Jeff Bezos of South Louisiana there.
Yeah.
God. $100 for 1 firework, and it didn't go off, so he brought it back. And, so if you're
cheap
around,
they're not cheap. That doesn't sound cheap.
Yeah, good point. It's very expensive.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, the #1 influencer for Cozy Earth. And, they're having a big thing going on now with summer deals up to 55% off. They say they made too much stuff. Other people say it's overstocked, but Cozy Earth's a little too classy to say that. That's right. So you still get that big 41% discount when you go to tjriggins.com/deals and then use the code TJ at checkout. Cozy Earth is fantastic. Check them out today and save.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
You know how my wife always says, people don't know how to take you. Meaning when I'm joking, they don't know that I'm joking and all that. I think my my new coworkers at the other radio station where I do the night show, I put that to the test last night or the other night. I put it to the test. Because we got this big event tonight that we're doing, with the fireworks and all that. And I said on my show the other night, I said, so we're supposed to be out there doing this thing. Everybody's doing their show from out there. It's part of the, the ball game's going to be going on, but everybody else's show will be done before the ball game starts. Mine will be going on during the ball game. So the crowd's going to be screaming. There's going to be baseball noises and announcers and all of that. So yeah, I mean, I don't I just get thrown. I get it. I'm the low man on the totem pole or whatever. I said, and then the morning show is going to be out introducing everybody and emceeing the thing before the fireworks. And, I get it. Morning show's the top dog, but I used to be the one introducing and emceeing. I would be doing it. So I don't think I'm going to be out there for that part because I don't want to be out there amongst all the other radio people when I don't want people to get me confused with them because I am the most successful and legendary radio personality in this town. So I don't think I should be out there rubbing elbows with the common radio people.
Right. I get that.
And I said, Bo and Beth, they're the hosts of the morning show for now, and I don't want them introducing me.
No.
Yeah, I ought to be introducing them.
Exactly.
So, and I left it there. That was the last thing I did on my show. I haven't heard anything yet, but there's also
what were their faces?
Well, I don't.
The youngins.
Oh, the guy. They were just looking like, is he serious? Or is he? They were kind of like nervous laughter.
Yeah.
But then there is a guy that his show is right before mine, and his name is Breaking Brett Jensen, and he is a serious, news hound guy. He's all about it. He can get stories from people, and he can get, he's got the contacts and the sources and all that. And I started referring to him on the air as either Break In Brett or Breaking Bread Jensen.
I love that, Breaking Bread.
Why is he calling you that?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
And all of these people are way better at that format and all than I am. I am the new guy. I call myself a glorified DJ, basically.
Yeah.
I went off on a rant the other night. And I said, but then again, I'm just a glorified DJ. What do I know?
What do you know?
Yeah.
Right.
But nobody has said anything to me yet about, are you serious about it?
Because they don't know how to take you. They don't know what to do.
They don't know how to take me. I guess I'll find out when I see him at that event tonight.
That'll be when you find out.
Yeah. Oh, so fun.
Can't wait.
Isn't
It
that
is
fun?
fun. I love it.
Yeah. Lindsay likes it.
Well, then I'm on the wrong track. No, I'm kidding.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Well, our friend Stacey Kennison is back. Now, Stacey Kennison is a social media person that we follow, and she's always lashing out at people who are trying to do her wrong. And I didn't even know these people were trying to make her life harder. But listen.
It's me, Stacey Kennison. I'm still being victimized via witchcraft by infidels. That's right. People that don't believe in Jesus Christ, that are uneducated, that are a criminal, that are witch, Satanist, whoremonger, and that have a deadly sin. They keep trying to tell everybody that they're a Christian. Somebody needs to pick them up and tell them to stop embarrassing our country.
Is that what infidel means?
I don't know. I didn't think so.
There was like a lot of things at one time.
Yeah.
I've never heard it used in that context.
I have not either.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But give her some peace.
Wow.
Stop doing witchcraft on her.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it's like to be a loved one of Stacey Kennison?
It's a full-time gig, man. I got a feeling weird phone calls at all hours.
Aluminum foil wallpaper.
It'd be funny at first, and then it'd be like, okay, this is.
Yeah, it gets serious.
Stop calling me. Yeah.
And then Lindsay Riggins says that this young man has recorded a message for you.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Just a reminder that you don't have to lose the sparkle in your eye. You don't have to lose the wonder in your heart. Life can be just as beautiful and magical now as it was when you were a kid. Don't let the world steal your spark. It's all voluntary. The choice is yours.
Now, he's not trying to do a Chris from Family Guy impression, but I think his voice just sounds like Chris from the Family Guy.
Yeah, he does.
But did you
Just
get
like
that, Lindsay? Don't lose your sparkle.
Yeah.
I love that. I love what he's saying, but I'm also offended that Riggins thought it was for me.
Well, no, that's just what it was a
Well,
message for you.
Yeah, message for me that I'm losing my sparkle and to remind me to get it back and not to lose it.
Oh, no, that's a terrible way of looking at that. That's just a motivational message.
I love the message, but not for me.
Well, I mean, he's just saying that you have a sparkle and you don't have to lose it.
Yeah.
Hang on to it.
Okay.
That's what he was saying.
You shine.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm into it. I don't like his voice. It drives me insane, but
Wait till you see his hair.
I like the message.
Bless. And I'll give him credit. He did that whole thing without stopping it and editing it together. You know, that drives me crazy what the young people do on there now, where they'll say one sentence and you see them reach up and stop the camera and then it starts back up again and then they say another sentence and they cut it together. And it's not just to fit it into time. No. It's because they can't speak that long, a minute and a half, without having to edit things together. And it just, what do the kids say? It irks me.
It irks you.
Yeah.
Irks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuddles him.
Cringe.
Yes, I'm flummoxed by that.
You don't like a motivational quote. I mean, you're not inspired by any of that stuff, right? Like if you see a quote that you're like, oh yeah, wow, that's amazing.
Sometimes, yeah. But it's usually sports, like a sports related thing, like something Nick Saban said or something like that.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Or the Lord.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins Show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
In honor of the 4th of July holiday, here are some facts that they won't teach you in school.
Oh boy.
People think the American dream is all pie in the sky, but there's more up there than just pie.
Right now, get up to 15% off bedroom furniture during our Independence Day sales event. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Jurassic World Rebirth is now in theaters. It was released earlier this week, and they're expecting a massive opening for this movie. There's been so many commercials for this new Jurassic Park movie, starring Scarlett Johansson. And for a 4th of July weekend opening, it's probably going to be the biggest ever. So
I've never even seen a full clip from any Jurassic Park movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
The first Jurassic Park is really good.
Yeah, the first one.
No.
Oh,
See,
it was
because
good.
to me, dinosaur things have always been nerdy.
Yeah, I see that.
And for the, one thing, I don't believe they ever existed, dinosaurs. So there's that.
Dinosaurs never existed.
Yeah, because why don't we have any now? Not even one. The closest thing we have to dinosaurs are crocodiles and alligators.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see me a pterodactyl, or at least a descendant of a pterodactyl.
Your little friend Jenny would freak out. She's terrified of birds. Imagine if pterodactyls came back.
Oh.
Disaster.
Yikes.
So I always think about Lindsay when movies like this come out. I'm like, oh, she's probably got to bring the kids to this. But this might be a little too intense for her age kids, I think.
Honestly, even the first one that was so cheesy is still too much for their age.
Yeah. So a lot of parents are going to be dragging their kids out, maybe a little bit older kids, to Jurassic World Rebirth.
I wonder what my little friend Jenny would think about flying dogs.
It's a good question.
You know, she's afraid of birds.
Yeah.
But if dogs flew, would she be afraid of those because she loves dogs so much? You know,
I think she'd love it.
Yeah. You know what we got to do? We got to put her out in the yard and throw one of her dogs off the roof onto her.
Good idea.
We're trying to heal you.
It's a scientific experiment here.
I can guess her reaction of you asking her that question. Like, what would you think about flying dogs? She would like sort of, furl her brow and go, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, and it would end up bleep 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 bleep.
That makes sense. A lot of people are worried about Ryan Seacrest. He's our buddy, Ryan. We love Ryan. They're saying he looks too thin in a recent Instagram picture. He does look really, really thin, and he's a small guy already.
Yeah,
like stature-wise, he's pretty short. So, and in these new pictures, he just looks very, very thin.
Well, they say he's 5'10", I think is what they say, but
no.
I think he's closer to my height, 5'8".
I don't even think he's as tall as you.
Well, he's always been real skinny.
Mm-hmm. And it may be the outfit too that he's wearing in that picture. He looks like like he's doing some sort of a period film or something. He's in an all khaki outfit.
It is a look,
you
right?
know. It's like you should be looking at that picture in black and white as he's looking down to see how bad the drought has been on his crops.
Yeah,
something from the 40s or the early 50s.
You're right. It does. But the man's he's probably working harder than you, TJ.
Oh.
I mean, you got a lot of jobs. Ryan Seacrest has a lot of jobs. He has a ton of jobs.
But I have a lot of jobs because I need them. He has a lot of jobs because he doesn't want anybody else to have one.
It's different?
Yeah. He's just a job hog is what he is.
Yeah. So hopefully everything's okay with Ryan Seacrest. Like that guy. And today's National Compliment Your Mirror Day. So compliment that person. Why are you laughing?
I love that.
You're supposed to compliment the person you see in the reflection because you're hard on yourself a lot. So today's the day to compliment yourself. Some drama has broken out on the internet. We'll cover it next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Prime Plus members get extra funny commercial-free versions of all the shows and more. Sign up at TJRiggins.com. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Listen everywhere. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Some ugly drama on the internet as we approach this time. Single year, mostly on social media.
Can I guess?
Absolutely.
Should fireworks be outlawed because of dogs?
TJ, should fireworks be outlawed because of dogs? That's the argument happening once again. And I think this argument brings out the worst in people. The dog advocates and the fireworks fans. It immediately goes to 10. They ratchet up their arguments and they're hurling insults at each other. Like a woman.
Well,
go ahead.
I don't understand the dog. Explain this.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's true. I should explain that to people who've never seen it. There are a lot of people that say we should not have fireworks because it scares their dogs.
Oh, it scares their dogs. Okay. Okay.
They also say that veterans who are suffering from PTSD also are affected by the fireworks on the 4th of July and holidays like New Year's Eve and things like that. So why does the celebration need to include these jarring, loud explosions? Can we find another way? That's the argument that
the dog people make.
The dog people make.
Yeah.
The fireworks people are saying, get a grip. This is the most important day we celebrate as a nation. Yeah, we're going to light off fireworks, and I get that. I get that too. But this is an example of one argument that's happening. A woman, she said it's that magical time of the year again when Americans prove their patriotism by launching $600 explosives into the sky and scaring every animal within a 5-mile radius. Because what better way to honor freedom than by traumatizing pets and probably a lot of veterans too?
Probably a lot of veterans. I've never heard that about the veterans, that there are so many veterans that get freaked out when they hear fireworks going off.
Yeah.
The dog people are just trying to, they always
bring them in.
They always want to try to, that side, the left, is always wanting to try to bring something in. Like, this is against our Constitution, and when it's not. but most of the time they don't care about the Constitution.
Yeah.
But if they can use it to say, see, I'm not just thinking about myself.
Yeah.
Which they are.
Well, this guy responded to that woman's argument. Oh, great. Another, won't someone think of the pets person? This is America. If the founding fathers didn't want fireworks, they wouldn't have invented the 4th of July.
There we go.
I actually put my dog in noise-canceling headphones, but I also put a flag bandana on him. He's fine. Mm-hmm. And then people are going back and forth. Oh, great! You put a pair of Beats by Dre and you think on your dog, and you think everything's fine. So it's just it gets so ugly so quickly. It's sad to me.
Here's what it is.
Okay.
It's the constant efforts to tear down American traditions, and it is also led by a bunch of people who only have their dogs in their lives, and they never get invited to a 4th of July cookout or anything.
That's it.
So they got to make everybody else miserable. I matter too, even though I didn't get invited to your cookout. I didn't want to go anyway, but I didn't get invited. But I do matter, and my dog matters, and I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to make a change.
Yep.
Sitting here eating boiled hot dogs and weenies by myself, and my dog. My dog loves me unconditionally, and I'm not going to let him be scared by your fireworks.
Boiled hot dogs.
I bet if you invited most of these people to a fireworks display in your backyard, they'd be there.
Lickety split.
Yep. They'd be there before a dog could lick its butt.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey guys, I'm not one to sit here and brag about myself. If anything, it's the opposite. But let me tell you how many compliments I've been getting since I've used Love Into Skincare. Their Precious Potion Moisturizer. Ooh, it is so luxurious on your skin. Check it out at tjriggins.com/deals. Code TJ for 21% off.
Hey, it's TJ. My wife Jody and I would never even think of buying or selling a house without using the Temple Team. We've used the Temple Team at Keller Williams Realty for years, and you should too. They are experts, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple Team.
What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Riggins, are you familiar with theboot.com?
The Boot? No.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of references to that lately. You know what I could have done? Looked it up, see what it's about. But this story says theboot.com did a roundup of fireworks with ridiculous names.
I'm into this.
A few favorites. Unicorn puke.
Okay.
Fireworks called a unicorn puke. Redneck finale.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a great one.
Popo magnet. I don't know what that means.
Police magnet.
Oh.
Like this is going to attract the attention of the cops.
Okay.
The Popo magnet.
I think this is my favorite because it's just, it says what it is, you know? It's a firework called #Light and Run.
That's good too.
Straight to the point.
And they said that there's a super loud one called Neighbor Hater.
Oh,
I mean, we got us about 10 neighbor haters. We're firing them off right at midnight, man.
That was a good one.
What was the one the other day we were talking about? That guy said something. Oh, it was so funny. He was talking about him on the reviews.
Yeah, like a bad mamma jamma. A bad mamma jamma. Yippee-ki-yays. And yeah, he had all kinds of ones.
And none of them did nothing.
None of them.
It was a bunch of duds.
A bunch of duds from China.
Yeah, I haven't done personal fireworks in a long time.
Oh no?
Mm-mm. No.
You didn't do them with your kids when they were young?
Well, I mean that's 20 probably 20 years ago, yeah.
That's true.
But,
I forgot.
You say that it's common to fire them off in the parking lot of the fireworks place, right?
Yeah, in Texas, apparently they have some weird fireworks rules. So a lot of the fireworks stands and stores in Texas will let you light them off in their parking lot, and people line up to get like camping spots. They pull their trailers out there, and then hundreds of people are just lighting off their own personal fireworks.
See, Seems dangerous.
Yeah, a lot of people that didn't like it said it was really distracting, and people are just lighting them off sort of willy nilly.
Well, and one goes south onto the building, and then the whole building comes.
Yeah.
You know Greg Biffle, the NASCAR driver? He does a big fireworks thing just at his house.
Really?
Yeah. You just sit out there and watch. I mean, it is, it's comparative to city fireworks displays and stuff.
way.
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh, wow.
Is he allowed to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I reckon.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Get the latest extra funny episode at tjriggins.com, all major podcast platforms, and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us.
In 3, 2, 1.
This is TJ and Riggins. New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
I can't stop thinking about that Ryan Seacrest story that, he posted that picture and he's so thin that people are concerned about his health and all that. I'm so jealous of that.
Same.
God, I wish somebody would ask if I'm sick because I've lost so much weight. I don't want to be sick. I just want to look sick.
Sure. I'm really worried about you.
There's a difference.
Yeah. Huh. Lindsay, let's see how much of an expert you really are on something here, okay?
Okay.
They have done the study to show the most popular cosmetic surgeries in America last year.
Okay.
What do you think the number one cosmetic surgery was? Now these are full on surgeries, not just like filler and things like that. Yeah.
The BBL, or what do you call it? The butt lift, Brazilian butt lift?
Nope. Not even in the top 5.
Okay. Well, I would say breast augmentation. That's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, that's number 2. Number 1 is liposuctions.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Mm-hmm,
Tummy tucks was number 3.
Okay.
Breast lifts was number 4. And eyelid lifts was number 5.
So that's the new thing that's coming. It's coming fast and hard. Everyone's getting the eyelid surgery to open their eyes and take the skin from the lid away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could you do
Seems
that,
painful.
TJ? You're so squeamish about eyes and stuff. Could you do that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could do something on the eyelid. But remember, I had LASIK. I was able to do that, and but I was completely. I told them they would have to give me a little more anesthesia than they give most people, so I wouldn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
My wife watched it.
Oh God.
Yeah, she's gross.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But anyway, so this eyelid thing is the fast growing thing then.
It truly is. All the celebs are doing it, even the D-listers I see, even influencers. Everyone's doing it.
Is it not an expensive procedure compared to other things?
I actually have no clue what it costs, but the results are incredible. I mean, most of the people look great.
Okay, you don't know yet, but it is on your wish list, I can tell.
Oh, I don't
Later
know.
on, it's coming. It's coming.
Maybe.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins. Introducing the new Media Center on the tjriggins.com home screen. Watch the TJ and Riggins Show with new Carolina-specific content, deals, and more. Available to check out every weekday. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
So you've heard me talk about Mandu Charlotte, and now it's your time to go for absolutely free. Mandu Charlotte is an electromuscle stimulation workout. It's only 15 minutes, and it feels like you've been in the gym for hours. You're toner, leaner, stronger. You feel better in your clothes. You look better in your clothes. What's not to love? So check out Mandu Charlotte at tjriggins.com/fitness and get your first session free. Mandu Charlotte.
The TJ and Riggins Show stream is sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, North Carolina. They're family owned and operated, and they speak diamond. Find something beautiful at tjriggins.com/diamond.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
I saw this earlier this week, that Jelly Roll and The Rock are good friends.
Yeah, I saw that.
What do you make of that pairing?
I can see where they would get along. Both big personalities, and all about brother, calling each other brother and all that.
Family.
Yeah.
And
they'd never met in person until recently.
I think that's what the article that I saw was about, that they had been interacting online for a while, but finally got the chance to meet up and things like that. Do you think the fan bases kind of cross over, Jelly Roll fans and wrestling fans?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I'm surprised Jelly Roll hasn't been part of the wrestling, or has he? He's been part of UFC at some point, wasn't he?
He might have even been at WrestleMania or something like that, as I recall. I didn't get to see it this year, but I believe that's what I had heard.
Yeah,
that he was there. But yeah,
they're definitely in the same neighborhood.
They're neighbors.
Yeah,
they are neighbors. Pop culture neighbors. I know everybody's dying to know, Lizzo, how did you lose all that weight? Well, she's revealing the things that she ate, and it's really not interesting. I won't bore you with all the details. It's like scrambled eggs, turkey sausage in the morning, and I don't eat after 5.
Is she finished?
Is she finished
losing weight? Is it complete?
I don't know.
Her weight loss complete?
I don't know. It's a journey, TJ. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, when people say, "How did you do it?" meaning that it's done, or instead of "How are you doing it?"
Well, those were my words. Okay. So I would have to look. And she also doesn't say losing weight. She says releasing weight.
Yeah.
Because losing would imply that she's lost part of herself. And she said, I've gained so much by releasing this weight. And she's encouraging other people to use that language as well.
So dramatic.
So,
really?
that's my goal, is to hear from Lizzo what language she encourages me to use.
Yeah.
Right.
Love that.
Embrace it.
But I'm guessing it's hard for her to come out and say, it's so great, I lost all this weight and everything, because she went around talking about how great it was to be as fat as she was.
Right.
She even had a show that glorified it, some kind of reality show about big girls or something. So now, I mean, you come out and now you're all new and improved because you lost all this weight that you said you were proud to have it all along.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean sense.
Yeah. No, I got you. I got you. I missed that show, too. I hope I can get that on demand. Lizzo's show about big girls. We got more next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
When you subscribe to the show, you get all of our shows right when you open up your podcast apps, YouTube app, or social media. Learn more at tjriggins.com/subscribe.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Oh, to be 25 again. Still having 25-year-old problems. But this one is particularly entertaining. We'll get to that in a second. But the show is sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers. They're in downtown Statesville, North Carolina. They've been in business since 1981. And they speak diamond. Those are their words. We speak diamond. I love those people. So if you want to find something beautiful for somebody really special in your life, head over to R. Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville, North Carolina, or visit them at rgregorykjewelers.com. They're awesome.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. There's 2 influencers from TikTok. They somehow met up on a dating app. They had never met each other before, but they connected. Alexa and Cole, white people. They believe it or not. Alexa and Cole go out on this sushi date and have a great time, and they're texting afterwards. And she says that night at a random time at 11:30, she was laying in bed already, and she gets a DM from him sharing a TikTok with her. And she looks at the TikTok, and the content of the TikTok is basically how men don't need to find women that are only looking for a support system or that they just want to vent to, because guys aren't made that way. They aren't wired that way to just listen to all your problems and give you feedback or to trash talk other women. And she was infuriated by it. She was like, this is not like him at all. We had a great time. And she like basically ghosted him the next day, blocked him on social media. So he texts her after not hearing from her the next day. And she says, what was this about the TikTok you sent me? It's so weird. And he said, sorry, sometimes when I'm getting like real sleepy, I send TikToks to people, and I didn't mean to send that to you. That was my fault, but I'm hoping we can move past it. And she said, the reason I can't move past it is because now I know that your algorithm is feeding you content like that, which must mean that you're liking that content and taking in a lot of it. So I know your intentions, even though you say it's a mistake.
Yeah,
I know where you stand.
Right, and he stands on the right spot,
which is that the content was accurate, correct? You think?
Right, yeah. There's a difference between the way men are built and women are built.
She's chalking it up to blatant misogyny.
And blah, blah, blah.
All women are crazy. We act through our emotions, and we just can't think logically because we're such emotional beings.
Right, and she's not proving it to be wrong. You know, I'm not a I'm not a real detective, but I think the evidence is speaking for itself here,
Your Honor.
Yeah.
So no word on if they're going to be able to move past this, but
I hope not, for his sake.
You think? He needs to
he needs to get out of that.
Oh, Alexa and Cole, though, that would have been such a cute couple. Sorry.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins Show is available to stream every weekday around 7 a.m. Eastern at tjriggins.com. Stream on your phone, on your iPad, in your car, on your laptop at work, or from your smart home devices. And if you can't listen live, that's not a problem. Listen later as a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, or at tjriggins.com. The Week in Review, Group Therapy, Extra Funny Podcast, the TJ and Jody's House Podcast. So many great things to listen to every day of the week. Listen live or listen later at tjriggins.com. It's easier than ever to enjoy the show. tjriggins.com.
In honor of the 4th of July holiday, here are some facts that they won't teach you in school.
Oh boy.
The powdered wig trend was actually started by our national bird, the bald eagle.
Right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic mattresses during our Independence Day sales event. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Get your tickets for the Ladies' Night Out Makers Market and Fashion Show benefiting Livestrong at the YMCA. It's happening Friday, August 22nd from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Mount Holly Municipal Complex, hosted by the Stowe Family YMCA. Get your tickets now at tjriggins.com/YMCA.